coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from the Palatial Studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Today's date is July 16, 2021.
Are you avoiding reality?
I never avoid reality.
Are you like a stalker or something?
I'm not a stalker, Dr. Phil.
Are you taking medication?
Well, yes, I'm on my medication, but I didn't take it this morning. I do apologize, though. It is 6:07 right now. Mr. Clock, would you certify the time?
It's now 6:07 a.m.
That's right, 6:07 a.m. on the Get Up and Go show. We are a blended show just for hour number one today, Bonnie. Just for hour number one. And I'm going to divulge the reason why after I welcome and say good morning to you, almighty goddess of this radio program.
Good morning. But you know what? I wanted to be blended a little further, maybe a little bit longer, so we can get the complete blend of our recipe.
It's not the same because we're only having a partial blend this morning.
You're getting
a partial blend.
You're getting us all confused, Evan. Tell.
It's a partial blend. So here's the deal. See, Ray and G are going to be joining hour number 2 on WPSL. The reason why is because Ray attempted to make breakfast for him and G this morning. Okay. He attempted to make Beggs and Aiken. And unfortunately, he burnt the Beggs and Aiken so bad.
Oh my, say it isn't so.
That there was smoke everywhere in his house.
He burnt it because he was probably trying to compete with you that time you sent them through Grubhub or some sort of thing, a huge breakfast.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. He was trying to compete with because I sent them breakfast, so he felt bad. So from what I hear from the little egg monster is he tried to cook breakfast for everybody. He was going to send it down here in an Uber to us as well, but he burnt everything. So now there's smoke everywhere in his house and he's got to clean everything up. So he couldn't get in there in time to do the news or nothing like that. So he's running a little late because he just burned all the Beggs and Aiken.
Plus he has to start the fans blowing, maybe open up quite a few windows in his house and hang out for a while to let the air suds in and fumigate it.
So folks, if you're looking to hire somebody to cook Beggs and Aiken for you, I highly do not suggest Ray Thomas.
You mentioned some kind of egg monster.
Yes. The egg monster told me.
Don't you wish there was an egg monster that would maybe like get up early in the morning hours and cook your eggs and bacon for you?
I would love to meet the egg monster this morning. I wish that the bagel joint was open down the street right now because, man, I could sure go for a toasted garlic bagel smeared heavy with cream cheese and then slap some strawberry preserves on there with a big tall chilled ice glass of milk.
Now you're talking.
Yes.
Strawberry preserves and maybe on a bed of cream cheese, of Philadelphia cream cheese.
Oh, it's so good.
Wow. You know, every once in a while we get spoiled by Dr. John Millay when he comes in.
Yeah.
He did that this week, didn't he? On Monday.
He brought us bagels and cream cheese this morning. Earlier in the week, he brought us. He came bearing gifts. He always does, usually.
But then he puts us to a test. He always says, Bonnie, what kind of bagel is that? What does that look like to you? Before I can even sniff it. I think I got the last one right. I said raisins. There were some raisins in there.
There were 2 cinnamon raisin bagels in there, and there were 2 others in there. And I think you and I indulged in the cinnamon raisin bagels.
Try to say it 10 times, Evan.
I am so tongue-tied right now. And then, of course, I indulged in the cream cheese, and man, I slapped a healthy coat of cream cheese on my bagel Monday morning.
You know what my favorite cream cheese is? When you go in the store, pick up that salmon cream cheese.
Oh, now see, I'm not a salmon fan.
I
don't
love
like
it.
fish. I don't like fish. Have you ever tried the strawberry flavored Philadelphia brand cream cheese?
I haven't, but
I
should try it. And
it's good. They make strawberry flavored. They make chives and onion flavored. There's all these different flavored cream cheeses they make.
I could believe that it is. I'd have the sour cream and onion, the chives that you mentioned. Never the strawberry. I usually don't go for that fruity kind in a cream cheese, but I would like to try some.
Now, rumor has it that Mr. G has his own brand of cream cheese. It's called Mr. G's flavored cream cheese.
And he has his own
did you get what I did
Whiz.
there?
It's G's Whiz.
Yeah, G's Whiz.
Yes,
he has his own brand of cheese too. It's Mr. G's Whiz.
In fact, 1 year, and Philly G's steak.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Gary and Mr. G during the football game that we play with Yahoo.
Right.
In our football league. Okay, so my guy's name starts with G. It's Gary. And G starts with G. I don't know if he wants to give me his real name away on the air, but his name starts with a G.
Everybody knows what his real name is.
So they it happened 1 year, and then the other year, first I think it was Gary that took the name Philly G Steak. And then the next year we saw another one with Philly G Steak, and it was G taking it. So I don't know who copied who.
No kidding.
Yeah. But,
really?
So, but then I think that second year, my guy opted out of the league anyway, or he didn't stay in it very long. He plays for a little while, and then he tends to get a little bored with it.
Well, if you're curious as to what G's name is, all you got to do is listen to this theme right here. Come on, Bonnie. Come on, Bonnie. I know you know what this is.
I do?
Yes.
Scooby-Doo?
No.
Oh, wrong cartoon.
You know what this is. This is his theme song.
I didn't know this was G's theme song.
Yes.
From the Jetsons?
Yes.
George Jetson.
That's right. George is his real name. George Mr. G. Jetson.
But he doesn't have a boy named Elroy.
No, but he's got a whole bunch of other kids with different names.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
He sort of does.
Yeah. He's got more than the Brady Bunch.
Oh, he does. And when I saw his daughter Kennedy when she was doing a gig with him, because it looks like she's into DJing and voice work too now.
Gorgeous young lady.
It's been a long time since I've seen her, and I looked at that and I said, "Wow, Kennedy is so all grown up."
Oh yeah.
And she just became such an attractive young lady.
Oh yeah.
I'm so proud of her.
Hey, by the way, if you want to participate in the program this morning, we are taking phone calls this early in the morning. You're more than welcome to give us a call at 220-9788. We're blended for hour number 1 this morning. So it's a partial blend only. So you're getting 1/3 of us, not the whole enchilada, Bonnie.
So first you're going to have Evan and I, and it's going to be G and Ray coming up at 7 o'clock in the Port St. Lucie listening area. But Port St. Lucians, we welcome you in.
Is that a new word? Port St. Lucians? Where the heck did you get that one from? Port St. Lucians. What are they, Martians or something? Hello, Port St. Lucians. Give us Stewardians a call down here.
Well, I'm a Port St. Lucian too, so I think I can say that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm right there with you.
I have I'm most respectful.
Okay.
Because
definitely
I love our town.
Yeah, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. 220-9788. And in fact, G, if you're listening up there at the Radio Ranch and you're just sitting around doing absolutely nothing right now at 6:15 in the morning, you can give us a call too. We'd love to hear from you. Since you've never called this program on the phone while we're on the air, we're the ones always calling you.
Oh, that's right. They have never called us.
They never call us.
You would think they would call and bug us just like once in a while.
Yeah, like we bug them every now and then.
And we do every now and then. We got to ask them something because we admit like we don't know. We know some things, but we don't know like everything.
Yeah, we're not knowledgeable like they are. They think they know it all up there.
Did you get dead butt syndrome this year?
Oh my God! Like wow! You know what else it's called? You know how people get arthritis? Well, there's a new word for that. You know what it's called? It's called arthritis.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
They could probably call it this. Doctors are saying this is an informal term that doctors are actually using when patients experience pain, numbness, or tingling in their gluteals, their butt region from sitting too much. And they have seen it a lot more since the pandemic started.
Yeah, well, G gets probably that all the time, 24/7, sitting up there all the time.
And then if you do sit too long, you start to get the pain in your lower back.
That's true.
It can do something to your legs too.
That's true. We have a call this morning, so let's take our phone call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Are you looking for callers?
Jeff, hold on 1 second, Jeff. Hold on. We'll put you on hold for 1 second.
I got you, bro.
All right, hold on. Good morning. You're on the air.
Is that Jeff from Jam Music on the other line 2, holding on the hotline?
It is, but unfortunately, our phone system does not allow us to conference both of you in.
Okay, well then, the heck with him. I'm here now.
I know you're here. And
you know what I'd like? I'd like a toasted plain bagel.
Okay.
With extra butter and probably just a black with 1 sugar and 4 creams.
Okay. So you want your bagel black with 1 sugar, you said.
Yeah, the bagel black with 1 sugar. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I want.
We could arrange that.
You just want butter on your bagel though, G?
I want butter, but not too much butter though, Bonnie. Not too much, but just butter.
But here's the
not parquet, not a crock of shed. Butter.
Crock of shed. Butter. But you know what would taste really good on that plain butter with the hot butter oozing, and maybe sprinkle a little bit of brown sugar on there or cinnamon to give it.
No, well, the cinnamon might work, but the butter sounds good there. I'm checking you guys out, and I understand you wanted me to call you, so I'm giving you a call. Good noon, Lady Gentlebody.
Yes, we did put the bat signal out for you to give us a call. And,
the bat signal.
Yeah, we call it the bat signal. But we understand why Ray is late. I don't know if you heard us talking about that. He made an attempt to make Beggs and Aiken this morning, and he was going to surprise us and bring to you and have it Ubered down to us, but unfortunately he burnt everything and there's a smoke disaster at his house.
It's funny you should mention that, because Ray and I were just talking about this week, that we owe you guys Beggs and Aiken. Mm-hmm. And we got as far as me downloading, I think it was Grubhub or one of these services on my phone, but we didn't get any further. So you got it coming to you. We'll surprise you. It's in the works.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. We'll be waiting. We'll hopefully get it by Christmas.
G, are you going to be are you going to be the commissioner of the Pick'em League again? Of the NFL?
You know what, Bonnie? Thank you for asking that. That's the thing that Ray would say. We're next week, Bonnie. We're going to open it up again. And I heard you tell the story about Gary and Philly G Steak. Gary did have that first, but I picked it the next year because nobody had picked it yet, and then there were 2 of us. I guess I copied him, Bonnie. To be honest,
it's weird but you didn't even realize that he had that, and it's weird that you both were on the same page. You both of you from
so clever. It was so clever. The G Steak thing and his name starting with G and all that. But we're going to do it again this year. Hopefully, Gary will get involved. Maybe we'll even get Evan to participate. Who knows?
You know what? Count me in. I'll do it this year.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
It's fun.
I'll be a good sport. I'll do it.
You don't have to know diddly about football. Just so you know, you don't have to know nothing. All you have to do is pick who you think's going to win. Done.
All right. Count me in.
You're in, Evan.
All right.
You're in. We're going to be on fire with that.
All right. We got to hop to news, but we also have Jeff waiting on hold too. So we're going to talk to Jeff real quick. And I'm glad that Ray's okay. I'm glad that the house didn't burn down, that all he burnt was the Beggs and Aiken. And hopefully he'll bring you some breakfast this morning.
And thanks for holding down the fort. Tell Jeff I said hey.
I sure will. Take care. Bye-bye. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning.
Sorry about that. That was G calling from the our sister station because we had a little mishap up there. Unfortunately, Ray burnt breakfast at his house and there was smoke everywhere. So he was late this morning.
Uh-oh. So he wasn't there to flip the switch, huh?
Yeah.
He had to be his own fire department.
Yeah, pretty much.
His arms were going everywhere. Hoses and sprayers.
Oh, my gosh.
By the way, G told us to say a big hello to you.
Oh, send my regards back to Mr. G. We've been friends a long time.
I'm sure you guys have. So
he wanted to stay on the line when he knew you were calling.
Yeah,
he wouldn't mind talking with you, Jeff.
But unfortunately, our phones are not set up to conference yet. We're still waiting on that.
We're waiting on that.
Yes.
Well, I'm on my way to my last day of work at Piper's Landing.
What? You're officially retiring?
Well, no, I've got a job that pays sizably more.
All right, text me the information. Don't discuss it on the air.
Yes, sir.
Please do, because I have your number. I have your number saved in my phone.
I got you in mind, so also.
All right.
But anyway, so how's everything going? All right, guys. It's a beautiful day out here. I'm telling you what, you're right down the highway. It's like, it's so pretty.
It's a gorgeous morning. And I wish you the best of luck on your last day at work. And then text me when you get to your last day at work, and text me what you're going to be doing, where you're going to be doing it, and I'll give you a holler when I get off the air.
I got you, brother.
All right, buddy. Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Thanks, buddy.
We'll talk to you later, all right?
All right, take care. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
6:22 right now on the Get Up and Go show. It's time for news. It's a blended newscast this morning. It's all brought to you by Florida Blue, your local Blue Cross Blue Shield, helping families take control of their health for more than 75 years. Bonnie's at the news desk with the headlines.
Thanks, Evan. Governor Ron DeSantis is calling on the Biden administration to take action now regarding the situation in Cuba. DeSantis says Cubans especially need to get their internet service back up and running.
The one thing that communist regimes fear the most is the truth. And if we're able to help Cubans communicate with one another, also communicate to the outside world, that truth is going to matter.
DeSantis supports protesters, but reminds everyone to stay off the interstates, saying it's not only disruptive, it's downright dangerous. A teenager is among the latest victims of the South Florida condo collapse to be identified. Miami-Dade police say 14-year-old Valeria Barth Gomez of Colombia was on vacation with her parents when the collapse occurred, and all three were killed. A father and son with connections to Orlando area law enforcement agencies are under arrest in connection in the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol.
Officer Kevin Tuck has been with the Windermere Police Department since 2019, and before that, worked for 6 years with the Longwood Police Department. Tuck's son, Nathaniel, is a former officer with the Apopka Police Department who resigned last year. The senior Tuck resigned from the Windermere Police Department Thursday morning. The two men then went before a judge in Orlando and were released on bond. Larry Spillman, Orlando.
A group of Cuban Americans from South Florida are caravanning to the nation's capital. Organizer Maribel Ramirez says they will arrive tomorrow morning to protest in front of the White House.
To show the United States and the world that Cuba needs support from for this country. Because we are here, we need to do something, because Cuban people need help in any way.
Ramirez is calling on the Biden administration to provide the Cuban people with food, water, medicine, and internet connection. Proposed changes to Florida's turnpike could double its number of lanes, add 2 interchanges, and modify 3 more in St. Lucie County, and modify 1 existing interchange in Martin County. In all, it's a $1.6 billion upgrade of the highway. The work would expand the 4-lane turnpike to 8 lanes, with 2 added in each direction for about 37 miles from Jupiter to Fort Pierce. The Florida Department of Transportation will hold a public hearing on the project at 6 p.m. July 22nd at the Port St. Lucie and Stewart campuses of Indian River State College, FDOT said. New interchanges would be added at Crosstown Parkway and West Midway Road. Existing interchanges that would be modified from north to south are Okeechobee Road, Southwest Port St. Lucie Boulevard, Southeast Becker Road, Southwest Martin Highway. The project will include crossings over the Loxahatchee River and St. Lucie Canal, and numerous bridges along the stretch also would be widened or replaced, according to FDOT. Lastly, the spice company McCormick needs part-time help with one of their products. You would be working with taco seasoning. It's a limited time 4-month gig where you serve as their director of taco relations. No prior experience necessary. You just got to be 21 and have a, quote, deep love of tacos. The job itself involves keeping tabs on taco trends, developing content for social media, tasting and consulting on taco recipes, chatting with taco chefs across the country, and provided other taco-related activities. The best part is the job pays $100,000. And for application details, go to McCormick.com. A judge ordered free agent quarterback Richard Sherman to be released from jail without bail Thursday following his arrest on suspicion of trying to break into his in-laws' home northeast of Seattle. King County District Court Judge Fa'amul Masane found probable cause that Sherman committed 4 offenses, misdemeanor and gross misdemeanor charges of criminal trespass in the 2nd degree, malicious mischief in the 3rd degree, both carrying domestic violence designations, and misdemeanor charges of resisting arrest and driving under the influence. Our news time 6:27. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
.627 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's a blended show this morning just for this hour. G and Ray will be joining in at 7 a.m. this morning. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie?
And on our Treasure Coast on a Friday morning right here, we're not finding any accidents to report. Things looking good up in the Fort Pierce area, all the way down south to Hobe Sound. And it's looking like beyond. The roads are fine. And that's your latest look at traffic. Stuart this morning at 79, and in Dusseldorf, Germany, it's 65. Here's our forecast from WPTV.
Happy Friday to you. Beautiful day out there today with partly sunny skies. A few passing showers possible, but for the most part, rain chances stay low, and those showers will be brief. High temperatures into the upper 80s. Tonight, partly cloudy. A few passing coastal showers later, even a thunderstorm late. Lows into the upper 70s. Increasing rain chances Saturday, decreasing them on Sunday. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist James Wheeland on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
All right, I'm just going to use 2 and then...
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email, WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Time now is 6:31 on the Get Up and Go show this morning with Evan and Bonnie. It's a blended show this morning. G and Ray will be joining in live at 7 a.m. this morning. In the meantime, it's time to do some viral videos. I've got 2 for you this morning, Bonnie. You know how all these people, they have all these different wacky ways how they announce pregnancies and things like that? You've seen all the different ways they do.
I'm trying to think of a wacky way that they might have announced.
I mean, people have had pro wrestling matches to announce. You get a guy in a blue tutu and a guy in a pink tutu,
Oh,
and whoever wins, that's what they're going to have. If it's a boy or a girl,
for gender reveal.
Yeah, gender reveal.
Oh yeah, I think I saw a wrestling match not too long ago with the blue and the pink, and
Right.
they were out there in a field.
Okay, well, here's one. It's a video of a family playing charades, and they do the gender reveal that way. So let's listen in.
Okay, you guys ready? Yeah. How many words, bro?
Me?
2 words. Me.
Me. Pregnant. I'm pregnant. What?
That's awesome.
And the excitement ensues.
I like the way of doing that, playing a game with the family,
Right.
and making that the way to announce it, doing a family thing.
Exactly.
There's a really cool video going around on TikTok too, Evan. A video of 4 kids in Texas. So
Right.
they're asking their stepdad to officially adopt them.
Aw.
And making the rounds on TikTok. They did it for Father's Day last month. He's blindfolded when it starts, and then he takes it off, and they're wearing 4 different shirts that say "Will you adopt us?"
Oh my gosh, that's
4 kids.
adorable.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it looks like he's been stepping in as the stepdad, for these kids for a while. So
Wow.
now all 4 of them will wear their T-shirts, and they want to make it official.
Love it. All right, so here's another video. It has to do with inducing, not labor, but inducing involuntary muscle movement. Inducing involuntary muscle movement. Okay, let me play the video and then we'll discuss it. And we're actually going to try this and see if it works. Okay, here, listen.
We're going to show you how to induce involuntary muscle movement on someone else. And this is called the constant phenomenon. Okay, Megan, place your arms inside the door jambs and push out as hard as you can for 30 seconds. Okay? By pushing your arms out against the door jam for about 30 seconds, when they come out and they put their arms by their sides, their arms are going to rise on their own.
30.
Now, come out here, place your arms by your side and just relax.
And then watch her arms go up.
Oh, wow.
So what you do is you stand in a door jam. Your palms are against the door jam. You push against, like you're trying to force.
Yes.
For 30 seconds.
As hard as you can.
Hard as you can. Then you put them at your side and you come out of the door jam and just close your eyes and you just zen. And your arms should rise a little bit on their own.
Oh, I'd be afraid to do that. Like I would probably fly away or something.
No.
My arms start rising.
I'm going to try it. Can I try it?
Yeah.
All right.
It looks like kind of a freaky thing.
All right. Hold on. So I'm over here.
So Evan is under the doorway, and not the palms, but the outer edges of his hands are at each position in the doorway, and he is pushing like he would be opening up the entrance like Superman. He's pushing with all of his might.
10 more seconds.
And 10 more seconds, he's going to have supposedly an involuntary muscle movement. Now we have to see if this little science project is accurate. Arms by his side. He's out of the doorway. Evan, are they really moving up, or are you doing that purposely?
I'm serious. This is wild.
You are looking like a ghostly image right now.
That's crazy.
It's weird. It really happens. It's
yes,
really for
I did
real.
not do that. I did not purposely do that.
Oh, how come we never knew that happened before?
Wow.
Isn't that something we should have known for years?
That's crazy that just happened.
Yeah. Jamming your arms in that doorway, pushing as hard as you can. Take them out of the doorway, walk out. They will automatically move up without you even moving them.
Right. You have to relax, though. You have to put yourself in a state of mind of relaxation to do that. You can't just you can't say like, I'm not going to let this happen or whatnot. You just have to just kind of just like go with the flow.
Okay, so like say, what if I
did that freak you out?
It did, but like what you just mentioned this now had me thinking.
Okay.
So what if I go up there with the idea that there is no way this is going to happen?
Okay.
Can't be done.
Okay.
Do you think, I wonder, maybe let me do it.
You want to try it?
Yeah. And I'm going to be the opponent of this and saying it can't be so.
Okay. All right. You go try it. All right. Bonnie's going over to the doorway. Okay. Palms. Okay. Just close your eyes and push really hard. You have to push really hard. All right, I'm watching the clock on the wall. So we have 25 seconds left.
And I'm thinking this is BS.
Right. Well, that's just straight from Bonnie. Bonnie's the opponent. All right, you got 15 seconds left. Okay. And you, of all people, because you're into massage, so this all has to do with the zenning. You have 10 seconds. Okay. We're coming up on 5. Okay. Okay. Now, remember, once I say stop, you step in, close your eyes, and just set them at your side. Okay. All right, come in. All right, now just set them at your side. Just set them straight down and don't move. Okay, you moved a little, just a smidge. Yeah, they moved up a smidge, not as much as mine, but they did come up a little bit.
They did come up a little bit. Evans, yours really came up.
Yeah.
Is it because you went in there maybe more full believing this than I did?
Well, everybody's different. Yeah. It affects everybody differently, but you experience what I experienced, but not in a full-blown capacity I did.
I felt them move up a little bit.
Right.
And the girl in the video, just like you, Evan, her arms too really moved up. And yours were really moving up.
Yeah. So see, it does happen.
Yeah.
See, and you experienced it.
It is just something you got to go home and try.
You got to go home and try.
Things you try. I think we mentioned yesterday the idea too. It gave you a great house idea that if your clothes shrink, like say your shirts shrink in the dryer,
right?
And you just loved that t-shirt and now it's too bitty small, you can actually de-shrink your clothes by mixing hair conditioner and some water in a bucket.
I remember you talked about that yesterday.
And supposedly the hair conditioner kind of relaxes the fibers, loosens the fibers back up, and causes some de-shrinkage.
Okay. Couple of months ago, you and I did something where we had a couple of words that we put together in a potpourri, and it sounded like a phrase. So I'm gonna put the words together for you and tell me what you think the phrase is.
Oh, okay. Let's try.
Mayor Itch, Maiden Evan.
Mayor Evan.
Mayor Itch, Maiden Evan. Those are 4 words put together. Mayor Itch, Maiden Evan.
I don't get it. I'm not getting
it's
it.
Marriage made in heaven.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mayor Itch, Maiden Evan.
All I was hearing was like some kind of major itch and Evan and.
All right, here's another one for you. Egg Ram Muff Hat.
Egg McMuffin.
No, it's not something. It's a sentence. Think about it. Egg Ram, Muff Hat. Egg Ram Muff Hat.
Oh, a gram of fat.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean,
there you go.
But you kind of gave it away to me. I'm not getting this in the first try, and I don't know why.
Okay, here's another one. Ace ain't barnyard. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Yeah. Ace ain't barnyard.
A stinky barnyard?
No, you're close. To Saint Bernard.
Oh.
Okay, here's another one for
you. Is this like in German or something?
No. It's called Sound It Out. Okay, here's another one. We knit, train, sip oars. We knit, train, sip oars.
When it rains, it pours.
Yes, very good. That was a good one. Okay, here's another one. Taking dowel, nap egg.
Taking
dowel, nap egg.
Taking a dearly needed nap.
Taking down a peg is what it is.
Taking down a peg?
Okay. Yep. Here's another one. Cuddle ever royal.
Cuddle
ever oil.
Canola oil.
Cod liver oil.
Oh, cod liver oil.
Yeah, cod liver oil.
These are kind of hard.
Okay, here's another one. Thick cowardly line. Thick cowardly line.
Cowardly lion.
Yes, very good. Okay, here's another one. Margaritas. That's so easy. That's obvious. Margaritas. Think a drink.
Margarita.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. T-Fig Guide. T-Fig Guide.
I don't know. I just
sound it out. T-Fig Guide. T-Fig Guide. TV Guide.
See, this is sounding in German to me.
Yeah, I know it does. And it does.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah, I'm unable to.
Okay, here's another one. Eggs, truck, itch up. Eggs, truck, itch up.
Eggs and ketchup.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Here's another one. Asher tanned high.
Sure tan your hide. I don't know.
It's a shirt and tie. All right, I'll do one more.
Okay.
Echo wall hub hair. No, that's too hard. Let me find.
What's that one though?
That was a koala bear.
Koala bear.
Yeah, it was a koala bear.
Gee.
All right, here we go. Hush heavy fan. Hush heavy fan. Hush Chevy fan.
A Chevy van.
Yes, very good.
Okay.
A Chevy van. Yes.
Yeah, those are ridiculously.
Those are
kind of-
ridiculously kind of. Those are tough ones.
Yeah, that's those are toughies this morning.
Those are very tough ones. I have Bonnie, top 10 lessons learned by kids. Top 10 lessons learned by children, by kids. Number 10 is I've learned that sometimes my mother laughs so hard that she snorts. This comes from a 7-year-old.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because I think I do that sometime. It's highly embarrassing, you know, especially when the kids have their friends over.
Yeah, I do it. I'll go into a snorting
Start
fit.
snorting.
Yeah. Coming in at 9 by a 9-year-old, I've learned that when you have 3 of your wild friends in the car, the driver freaks out. That's from a 9-year-old. He says that
Mom or dad freaks out when all those kids are in the car.
Yep. Number 8 is I've learned how to hold animals without killing them. This comes from a 5-year-old.
Wow.
Says that I've learned how to hold animals without killing them.
In my house, we learned that at a really, really young age.
Yeah.
We had bunnies like when we were really little tiny kids.
Coming in at number 7. Top 10 lessons learned by kids. Coming in at number 7. I've learned that the teacher always calls on me the time I don't know the answer. Okay.
Yep.
Coming in at number 6, I've learned that milk helps keep your bones from bending over. And like grandma used to say, drink your milk, it makes your bones strong. My parents used to say that to me all the time.
Bending over, and when the bending over too, you think of curvature of the spine when ladies get older if they don't have enough
is what it's called.
Calcium. Yeah.
Coming in at number 5, I've learned that I like my teacher because she cries when we sing Silent Night.
Oh,
that's cute.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
Coming in at number 4, I've learned that I would like to be a horse and live on a ranch if only cowboys didn't wear spurs.
Oh, yeah.
Comes from an 8-year-old.
An 8-year-old said that.
Coming in at number 3, I've learned that you shouldn't confuse a black crayon with a Tootsie Roll. That's a good one.
You know, that would be so easy to do.
Yes.
I mean, I'm surprised I haven't done that in the past.
Or better yet, a brown crayon.
Yeah. Of course, Mom probably never kept my Tootsie Rolls too close to the crayons.
This is
why
true.
It didn't happen.
Coming in at number 2, I've learned that it always makes me feel good to see my parents holding hands.
I like that.
That's nice. It comes from a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
All right. And the number 1 top 10 lesson learned by children comes from an 11-year-old. Says that I've learned that girls sweat just as much as boys do.
As boys do. Those are great.
That's kind of some cute stuff right there.
Yep, girls would be sweating just like we do.
Enjoyed that.
We just wear different deodorants.
That's it. Why did they make, and that's something else I don't understand. Maybe I don't know, and I know you'll disagree with me on this. I'm already predicting this, but isn't deodorant? They all do the same thing. Why do they have a woman's deodorant and why do they have a man's deodorant?
Some might be made stronger for a man. I don't know if there's anything to that, but that's what I would guess.
Have you ever had to use a man's deodorant before?
Oh, sure. I mean, I've grabbed some of Gary's before.
Okay.
Maybe if I ran out.
I have
a sneak one,
a
and making sure I buy my own the next day.
I have never tried Rachel's.
Yeah.
I have never tried Rachel's, and now the curiosity is there. So I am going to sneak a little
yeah,
and just see what it's like.
The girls might have some of those more delicate, fruity kind of colors. Maybe not that a man likes the more harsh scents.
I use one brand
in them.
and that's it. I just use one brand. It's Gillette. It's green and it works. And Gavin uses the same identical one.
Right on.
Now, here's something real quick, and I'll ask you this question since we're on the topic of deodorant. Excuse me. Would you ever? Oh, yeah, you have. You're no, the question's already answered. Forget it. Never mind. I was going somewhere I've already gone. Never mind. Forget what I was thinking.
Okay, that's okay.
Just totally forget it. Totally forget it. It's 6:47 right now. It's time for news brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals in town on precious metals, it's St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Go see our very good friend Hawk Levy and tell him that Evan and Bonnie sent you down there. It's time for news on a blended show this morning. Here's Bonnie with the headlines.
Good morning. Governor Ron DeSantis is calling on the Biden administration to take action now regarding the situation in Cuba. DeSantis says Cubans especially need to get their internet service back up and running.
The one thing that communist regimes fear the most is the truth. And if we're able to help Cubans communicate with one another, also communicate to the outside world, that truth is going to matter.
DeSantis supports protesters, but reminds everyone to stay off the interstates, saying it's not only disruptive, it's downright dangerous. A father and son with connections to Orlando area law enforcement agencies are under arrest in connection with the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol.
Officer Kevin Tuck has been with the Windermere Police Department since 2019, and before that, worked for 6 years with the Longwood Police Department. Tuck's son, Nathaniel, is a former officer with the Apopka Police Department who resigned last year. The senior Tuck resigned from the Windermere Police Department Thursday morning. The two men then went before a judge in Orlando and were released on bond. Larry Spillman, Orlando.
A teenager is among the latest victims of the South Florida condo collapse to be identified. Miami-Dade police say 14-year-old Valeria Barth Gomez of Columbia was on vacation with her parents when the collapse occurred. All three were killed. Hope Heights residents reeling from last summer's 30 inches of rainfall and flooding are one step closer to selling their homes in Martin County. Stuart-based Dagan Consultants will start appraisals this week for 10 of the affected residents with flood-prone homes. This week, said George Dosma, Deputy Director of the County Public Works Department. Appraisers have 2 weeks after their appointments with property owners to determine a valuation. The process is expected to take about 3 weeks. Dosma said if homeowners disagree with the county's appraisal, they can choose their own appraiser and negotiate a final property price. Hope Heights resident Colby Bisa has an appointment scheduled Monday for his 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, he said. He's looking to move into a condo in Martin County if he's satisfied with the buyout price. A 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home 1 block away is listed for sale at $359,900 on Realtor.com. Proposed changes to Florida's Turnpike could double its number of lanes, add 2 interchanges, and modify 3 more in St. Lucie County and modify 1 existing interchange in Martin County. In all, it's a $1.6 billion upgrade of the highway. The work would expand the 4-lane Turnpike to 8 lanes, with 2 added in each direction for about 37 miles from Jupiter to Fort Pierce. The Florida Department of Transportation will hold a public hearing on the project 6 p.m. July 22nd at the Port St. Lucie and Stewart campuses of Indian River State College, FDOT said. New interchanges would be added at Crosstown Parkway and West Midway Road. Existing interchanges that would be modified from north to south are Okeechobee Road, Southwest Port St. Lucie Boulevard, Southeast Becker Road, and Southwest Martin Highway. Customers of Citizens Property Insurance Corporation are getting a bigger rate hike than was initially proposed due to a change in a state law that was partially blocked by a federal judge this week. Citizens officials expressed disappointment in Sunday's ruling, in which Chief U.S. District Judge Mark Walker found that the new law, approved by legislators this spring, violated speech rights of roofing contractors. But the Citizens Board of Directors took advantage of another part of the measure to approve new rate changes during a meeting on Wednesday. These necessary adjustments reflect the efforts of the Florida legislature to return Citizens to its role as a residual insurance company, Citizens Chairman Carlos Buroff said in a press release following Wednesday's action. Unfortunately, we our only choice in too many regions of the state Described as a modification of increases previously approved in February, the changes mean the average rate increase for new and renewing policies after August 1st will be 5.2%, while renewals after February 1st, 2022 are going up 7.6%. News time is 6:52. A quick look at sports. All-star outfielder Aaron Judge was among 6 New York Yankees players who tested positive for COVID-19 on Thursday, forcing the postponement of their home game against the Boston Red Sox that was supposed to open Major League Baseball's second half and leaving other players on the American League All-Star team undergoing testing to ensure they didn't contract the virus, sources told ESPN. News time coming up on 6:53. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
6:53 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, on our highways this morning, it is still looking like a good-looking ride right here. Throughout the Treasure Coast, we are not finding any accidents to report. No tie-ups on the roads. Like Ray likes to say, too, if you see something, always say something. Call us at 220-9788, 220-WSTU. It's 76 with a clear sky. Port St. Lucie this morning. In Orange Beach, Alabama, it's 76. Here's more on our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Friday to you. Beautiful day out there today with partly sunny skies. A few passing showers possible, but for the most part, rain chances stay low and those showers will be brief. High temperatures into the upper 80s. Tonight, partly cloudy. A few passing coastal showers later, even a thunderstorm late. Lows into the upper 70s. Increasing rain chances Saturday, decreasing them on Sunday. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist James Wieland on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
6:57, 6:57 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It is a blended show this morning. And in just 2 minutes and 8 seconds, we will be switching over, and WPSL will be taking command of the Starship WPSL in Port St. Lucie, and you'll be enjoying the sultry sounds of G and Ray Thomas this morning.
Yeah, and we've enjoyed it the morning here with you, those listening up in the Fort Pierce and Port St. Lucie area.
Yeah, we only got to give him 33 and a third percent. 33 and a third.
I can't wait to, I can't wait to get up and broadcast, do some broadcasting too with G and Ray. I always enjoy going up to their palatial studios.
Okay.
When you go on vacation.
Well, then I'm just going to take Monday off then. I'll just take Monday off and you can go up there and I'll just show up here at 9 o'clock and run Condo Solutions and then go home.
Well, once in a while, it just kind of like, gives you a little bit of that variety.
Yeah.
And I enjoy being here and being there sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's just like it gives me a good variety.
Hey, listen,
of
a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do that a girl has to do.
Yeah, you can't just have one lipstick in your purse.
No, you got to have many colors and many varieties.
Not just one color eyeshadow either.
Exactly, folks. We're WSTU, Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station, and WPSL, Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast. We're going to take a short pause. The news is coming up next, and we'll be back for hour number 2 for you and me. Don't go anywhere.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Yes, sirree. Welcome in, boys and girls, ladies and germs, and children of all ages.
Could you rub my butt? I sat on it so much it's a little sore.
Oh, no, I'm not going to do that.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Yeah, well, I got a lot of stuff.
Wait, I'm not ready.
All right, well, if you're not ready, I'm ready, but I'm not rubbing anybody's butt this morning, that's for sure. It's 7:08 this morning on the Get Up and Go show. Mr. Clock, would you certify that?
It's now 7:08 a.m.
I can't believe they asked me to do that this morning, Bonnie.
That's just filthy stuff.
That's just unheard of.
It is very unheard of.
Unheard of, but I do know something that is heard of, and that's birthdays and anniversaries. Today is July the 16th, 7/16/21. We are halfway through the month of July. Time is flying by when you have so much fun. And Bonnie, what do you have for me this morning?
Nobody that I really wished a happy birthday on my birthday list. I don't know anybody having a birthday today.
Oh.
But, hats off to you if you're celebrated, and eat some birthday cake for both of us.
Okay. All right. Well, that works for me. Birthdays and anniversaries, we got Luke Hemmings, 25 years old today, from 5 Seconds of Summer. Alexandra Shipp is 30. That's Sasha in Shaft. Annalyn McCord is 34. That's Naomi Clark on 90210.
We've been hearing a lot of the 90210 kids having birthdays, it seems.
Yeah.
I wonder if when they were, filming 90210, all of those kids would get together and just have one big birthday bash and celebration for all of them at once.
Man, I don't know. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Maybe they should just have one big enchilada, so to speak. What do you think?
Yeah, one big bash, but you probably go figure they were probably making so much money on those episodes. The staff of the company could probably afford to give each and every kid on that show a separate big birthday celebration.
Carly Lloyd, 39 years old today. That's the soccer Olympian and a 2015 World Cup winner. Chris Pontius is 47. He's from the shows Jackass and MTV's Wild Boys. Corey Feldman, 50 years old today. Ed Kowalczyk is 50. That's the live singer-songwriter. Will Ferrell. We knew who that is. He's 54, Bonnie.
Mm-hmm.
Will Ferrell. Good old Will Ferrell.
The singer from Live. The Live, I think we remember Live with Lightning Strikes, I think was their big one. Ed turning 50.
Mm-hmm.
And Corey Feldman is also 50.
Yeah.
And we remember him in The Lost Boys.
Mm-hmm.
He was in The Goonies.
Mm-hmm.
And, I kind of, that's a movie I would kind of like to watch again.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then, you have to go back to one of your favorite feel-good kind of movies. And once in a while, we do put in The Lost Boys and The Goonies. It seems to me that AMC theaters were supposed to play The Goonies at one point. I would like to see the theaters start bringing back some of those old kind of like big time movies that we could see. Sometimes I like to go to see them on the big screen, even though we have them now at home all at just a touch.
Yeah, exactly. Michael Flatley is 63. That's the Lord of the Dance. Stuart Copeland is 69. That's the drummer for the Police. Ruben Blades, 73 years old today. That's Daniel Salazar on Fearing the Walking Dead. Jimmy Johnson, former coach of the Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Dolphins, with the rock solid hair.
He does. He always is sporting a great head of hair, isn't
78 years old today, Bon.
Yep.
78 years old today.
He comes from the Texas area too, and we were just watching like documentary on Janis Joplin, and I guess the reason I'm bringing it up is I remember him in the news quite a while ago before I watched the documentary, but Janis Joplin going to school in Texas and born and raised in Texas too. She had been like really, she had been kind of battered as a teenager.
Right.
Not too kind words were spoken to her.
Right.
And surprisingly enough, Jimmy Johnson was one of the fellas that came up and spoke and said that,
oh, wow.
Yeah, I was one of the kids that probably made fun of her in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Coming from that same era, I guess she would probably be in her mid to upper 70s if she had lived.
Do you like popcorn? Are you a popcorn kind of girl?
I love popcorn.
Well, Orville Redenbacher, the bow tie popcorn guy, is celebrating a birthday in the heavens. Passed away in 1995.
Oh, did he now?
Yeah.
Orville Redenbacher?
Orville Redenbacher.
I don't even think of him like as a real guy. I think of him as like a made up
he's a real dude.
Cartoon.
He's a real
for
dude.
popcorn. But no, he is real.
He's a real dude.
Passing in 95.
Yep. Also passing in 95, Fred Astaire's dance partner, Ginger Rogers.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Ginger Rogers. Born in 1911 and passed away in 1995. Today is National Corn Fritter Day, so make sure and eat some corn fritters. It's also National Guinea Pig Appreciation Day. So if you are the owner of a guinea pig, show your guinea pig some extra love.
I've never had a guinea pig before.
Never?
In me growing up with animals, I've had all kinds of animals. Never a guinea pig.
It's also National Guru Purnima Day. Couldn't tell you what that is. Couldn't even tell you what that is.
Guru Purnima.
Guru Purnima. Hold on. Let me click it and see what it says. It says that Guru Purnima is a holiday dedicated to paying respect and expressing gratitude to one's spiritual and academic teachers, predominantly celebrated by the Hindu and Buddhists in Nepal and India.
Oh, Nepal and
India.
Oh, that's where Bob Seger goes. He likes going to Kathmandu.
It's also National Cherry Day. So after you eat your corn fritters, eat some cherries. National Cherry Day.
I experienced the best cherry the other day. It was cran cherry juice. I discovered it.
Oh, that's actually very good.
It is.
Cran cherry. There's cran grape, there's cran cherry, there's cran pineapple, there's cran raspberry.
I have the cran mango too at home, which is good. But when
it's all by Ocean Spray.
When I tried the cherry flavor, the cherry was even maybe a little bit more richer tasting than the cranberry, which I kind of wanted. Oh, very good.
It's also National Personal Chef Day. So you can appreciate your personal chef by asking him to give you some cherries and some corn fritters for those days. And lastly, it's World Snake Day, Bonnie. World Snake Day.
I heard a horrifying story on the news yesterday. There was... So you get snakes on a plane or snakes on a train, right?
Snakes under your bed.
Snakes under the bed.
Yeah.
So a woman thought it was some sort of clothing curled up or coiled up underneath the bed. And it was a female snake with her baby snakes.
Oh, yeah.
Mama snake.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
How fast can you run?
Right in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And I guess her husband was able to get the snakes out. He didn't kill them.
No.
He got out there.
He got them out and he set them free out in the woods.
Yeah.
Did the right thing.
He replaced them.
Every now and then we find a long black snake in our backyard, and I run like a little girl when I see it.
Oh, the black snakes are the black racers, and they're
those.
harmless though.
Yeah, well, any kind of snake I don't like.
It's actually nice to see one around once in a while because they're really good for the environment. And the black racer, they're not poisonous; they won't harm you. They'd rather get away from you than you getting away from them.
Listen,
they don't want to run and chase you, Evan.
I am not taking any chances, Bonnie. Yeah. Okay, no. This guy right here does not like snakes. Doesn't want to have nothing to do with snakes. Doesn't want to touch a snake. Don't want to go near no snake. Don't want to even think about no snake.
We couldn't believe the story about the python in a Port St. Lucie resident's backyard.
Yep,
that was not too long ago in the news too. To see, and this had been like he said it was like a 6-foot python. Could you imagine? And it's funny because I don't know how big the lizards are up in the DeLand area. Now my stepkids are in Volusia County. When the boyfriend came and the kids came the last couple of times, they're like, "Wow, Bonnie, these lizards here are big." And I guess, we forget how big they really are because they're a little smaller up that way for some reason.
Mhm.
But yeah, I've seen some big guns, some big ones here, particularly like in the Palm City area where like I park my vehicle.
Mhm.
I see some really huge lizards, and I've seen them in the Port St. Lucie area too. Those things are getting to be little monsters.
They are. Did you know that $109 is the average price of a wedding gift? $109.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, that's kind of like feasible. The gift giving, which maybe you should be giving nowadays.
Now, if I go to a wedding,
yeah,
and I have not been to one in quite some time, I'm the type of person that would just put cash in an envelope and put the card in the card box. Now, are you are you and Gary cash kind of people for a wedding? Are you gift card kind of people? Or are you the tangible
we
type
are
people?
more cash kind of people.
Okay.
Put some cash in that wedding card.
Right. Let them get
Yeah.
what they want instead of going to your local store and buying a toaster and them getting 17 other toasters as a wedding
Sure.
gift.
And I think with that, a gift card would be my second choice.
Okay.
Where they can choose their gift also.
All right. That sounds good. Good morning. You're on the air with Evan and Bonnie.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, dear. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
It's the whiff. It's the wife. It's the spouse. It's the better half, my best friend, the girl that I've been in love with for over 22 years.
Celebrating a birthday pretty soon.
Yeah.
Not too far away.
The big 46 is coming up in 7 days. A week from today.
Oh, very nice. And you got a big adventurous weekend ahead too.
Yeah, we're going
to
to SeaWorld Sunday for her birthday.
Wow.
Part 1. SeaWorld Part 1. Then we come back and then we just hang out at the house. And then at the end of the month, we go on Saturday, the 31st, we're going to stay overnight. Part 2 of the birthday. Since I'm working on her birthday.
Have you ever been to SeaWorld, Rachel?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Are you kidding? She knows every one of those fish's names by heart.
really?
Yeah.
Is it true that like you can go like say on a nice walk there where you feel like you're right in the aquarium or you have
Oh, you can walk through the shark tank.
Oh, okay.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's a very cool adventure.
Oh, the sharks coming right up to you against their noses against the glass
Yep.
and everything.
Mhm.
Oh, that would be kind of neat.
Yep.
Kind
That
of
and
nifty.
didn't we do the penguin encounter or something like that also?
Yeah, we did the penguins. When we've gone, we've actually fed dolphins.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
We got a great animal story coming up in the news. Happy to say that in St. Lucie County, these chimps, where they have the chimp rescue, they had lived in cages subjected to medical testing and experiments. They're living at that open sanctuary housing 224 chimps. So there are 3 of them that are doing this really neat artwork. And not just like you're saying, let's sell this artwork for $20 a piece. No, their pieces of art are going on sale in digital format called NFTs. And they are selling, like this one guy first sold his on Tweet, an NFT for 7 figures.
Oh, my gosh.
So what these chimps are drawing in with the technology world, it's bringing in some big money to help them save this sanctuary, which I really hope they do.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That is
Hey,
cool.
are you still at the house by any chance?
I am.
Okay, take something out of the freezer, put it in the sink, and I'll cook.
Okay.
Can't beat that with a stick, right?
Yeah. Make sure your sink is clean. No
Yeah.
salmonella.
Yeah, no salmonella. I mean, if George was here, it'd definitely be clean. You could eat dinner out of the sink when George is here. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like, I don't know what he does, but man, when he like cleans,
Yeah.
he cleans the sink, and I don't know what he does to it, but man,
Is
that
he
thing's, like,
coming to see you
spotless.
soon?
Not till December.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll
that'll
be here
that'll
in
be roll
December.
around before we know it.
Yes, ma'am. Without a doubt. All right. Hey, what the heck was that?
The squeaky door to the garage.
Oh, I'm like, wow. What are you remaking Michael Jackson's Thriller, the door opening or something?
Evan will bring
Wait,
home
what
an
is all
oil
the?
can.
Are you feeding the dog while you're talking to us?
No, I went to the freezer to grab something out of it.
Oh, okay. Let me guess. Did you get a couple of fillets?
Yep.
So we're having filet mignon tonight and the Ninja Foodie.
Very nice.
There we go. Or I'll do it on the grill, one of the two. All right, very good. So now we know what we're having for dinner. All right, hey, I got to run. We got news, so I will talk to you later. Have a great day.
Love you.
All right, love you too. Bye-bye. 7:22 right now on the Get Up and Go show on a Friday edition of the program. It's time for news, all brought to you by Florida Blue, your local Blue Cross Blue Shield, helping families take control of their health for more than 75 years. Bonnie is standing by at the news desk with the Friday headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. A group of Cuban Americans from South Florida are caravanning to the nation's capital. Organizer Maribel Ramirez says they will arrive tomorrow morning to protest in front of the White House.
To show the United States and the world that Cuba needs support from for this country, because we are here. We need to do something, because Cuban people need help in any way.
Ramirez is calling on the Biden administration to provide the Cuban people with food, water, medicine, and internet connection. Nearly 150 underperforming schools in Florida are getting federal help. $44 million is being distributed to the schools under the Unified Improvement Grant. Principals and teachers with high ratings and performance might be eligible for bonuses. In Hobe Sound, Hobe Heights residents reeling from last summer's 30 inches of rainfall and flooding are one step closer to selling their homes to Martin County. Stuart-based Delgan Consultants will start appraisals this week for 10 of the affected residents with flood-prone homes this week, said George Dasma, Deputy Director of the County Public Works Department. Appraisers have 2 weeks after their appointments with property owners to determine evaluation. The process is expected to take about 3 weeks, Dasma said. If homeowners disagree with the county's appraisal, they can choose their own appraiser and negotiate a final property price. Hobe Heights resident Colby Bisa has an appointment scheduled Monday for his 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. He said he's looking to move into a condo in Martin County if he's satisfied with the buyout price. A 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home 1 block away is listed for sale at $359,900 on Realtor.com. There are some unlikely artists in St. Lucie County getting in on a growing trend of digital art selling online for big money. These artists are the primal kind, chimpanzees at Save the Chimps, making art that will raise money to maintain their sanctuary. From living in cages subjected to medical testing and experiments to now living in an open sanctuary, 224 chimps call the Save the Chimps their home. They are beautiful. They're amazing, said Anna Paula Tavers, CEO of Save the Chimps. At the sanctuary, 3 chimps have taken a liking to painting. Now their pieces of art are going on sale in a digital format called NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, meaning they're unique and cannot be replaced. For example, Twitter CEO sold his first tweet as an NFT for 7 figures. NFTs can also be digital art, music, memes. The money raised for selling the NFTs will go right back to help them, like paying for their thousands of pounds of food, maintaining their home, and helping them continue to live a life filled with color. The local Habitat for Humanity chapter is dedicating its 150th affordable house built in the nonprofit's 25-year tenure Saturday morning. The newest home will join the Carter Park community in Indiantown, the county's first affordable housing neighborhood with 40 Habitat houses. Almost half of the organization's now 150 residences are in Indiantown, records show, but can also be found in East Stewart, Jensen Beach, Golden Gate, Hobe Sound, and Port Salerno. The changes that I've seen with the families where they've moved from into the Habitat house where I live now and how it's changed their lives has been tremendous, said Mike Reading, the nonprofit's Director of Resource Development. Lastly, the Real Housewives franchise is getting into Christmas with The Real Housewives of the North Pole. It's a scripted movie that'll air on Peacock starring Beverly Hills housewife Kylie Richards and actress Betsy Brandt. They'll play friends who've won the holiday house decorating contest for the past 9 years in North Pole, Vermont. But when they have an argument that splits the town apart, a magazine writer decides to do an expose called Real Housewives of the North Pole. So get psyched, it starts filming next month. Bucs quarterback Tom Brady's knee injury might have been more serious than first thought. He reportedly underwent surgery to repair a torn MCL. Our news time is 7:27. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:27 right now in the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie?
We're not finding any accidents to report at this moment throughout Stewart. Throughout Port St. Lucie, major highways are clear at the moment. And that's your latest look at traffic. It's 79 in Palm City this morning. And in Cadiz, Spain, it's 81. Here's more on our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Friday to you. Beautiful day out there today with partly sunny skies. A few passing showers possible, but for the most part, rain chances stay low, and those showers will be brief. High temperatures into the upper 80s. Tonight, partly cloudy. A few passing coastal showers later, even a thunderstorm late. Lows into the upper 70s. Increasing rain chances Saturday, decreasing them on Sunday. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist James Wieland on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
This is not headline news. Gillian Anderson says she's done wearing a bra. And based on recent pics, so is Rob Kardashian. The director of WandaVision will helm the next Star Trek movie. Sci-fi fans jumped for joy, then gasped for breath and fumbled for inhalers. Comedian Gabriel Iglesias has COVID-19, so now he's fluffy and contagious. Machine Gun Kelly says when he was a teen, he had Megan Fox's poster on his wall. Now that she's his girlfriend, he realizes that it radiated roughly the same amount of personality as the real thing. And Jeff Bezos' upcoming spaceflight will go 9 miles higher than Richard Branson's, making it less of a space race and more of a measuring contest. This is not headline news.
From not headline news to the stupid stuff.
And now it's time for Stupid News,
It's so stupid and awesome.
where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
Are you effing stupid?
We always like to bring you cutting edge news from around the world, and boy, do we have some good stuff this morning, Bonnie.
Where are we going first, Evan?
Well, we're going to go to Winn-Dixie, where Ari Ravon Stranberry ran into the store and hid from police.
Was it our Winn-Dixie in this neighborhood around here?
Doesn't say.
Oh, a Winn-Dixie where, we're wondering. Wow.
It doesn't say in the story. But Ari Ravon Stranberry ran into Winn-Dixie and hid from the police, who was a police officer who was at the store investigating a shoplifting report. The officer recognized Stanberry, who is a fugitive, wanted on lewd and lascivious battery charges, and the officer recognized him through the glass door of a sub-zero freezer where Stanberry had locked himself in. Yeah.
I would never want to be locked in one of those freezers.
Guess he wanted to cool off.
I always feel a little icy, whenever I go into one of those beer caves in the convenience stores where they keep the beer ice cold and then the door shuts in back of you.
Stanberry had been in there long enough that even his dreadlocks had frozen solid.
Did they now?
They look like popsicles, police said. He was later found and arrested and taken away and hauled off to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's go to Indianapolis, where a 19-year-old young lady by the name of Jessica Vasquez was arrested for a road rage assault. Now, still, she swore that it was not her fault and that she was only exercising self-defense. Now, that might have been a little easier to believe if her victim had not been an 81-year-old woman whom Jessica said was driving too slow. The poor woman had been punched in the face, yanked from her car,
this 81-year-old,
thrown to the ground, suffering leg fractures in 14 places.
But somehow, you know what? I don't care how old she is. You just don't do that.
Somehow it was all self-defense.
Huh.
Yeah.
This girl is 19.
Yeah, she says it was self-defense.
I was going to say young lady. She sounds like a young idiot.
Yeah, she needs to be slapped.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
Slapped around a little bit and given the walk of shame with the bracelet.
I hope she was slapped a good one, was she? I hope
so too.
I hope they got her good in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I hope so too. A 22-year-old DoorDash driver named Justin Gist was bringing someone their food last Wednesday in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Okay, have you ever been to Jonesboro, Arkansas? Do you know where that is?
Yeah, I've never been to Arkansas before.
Okay.
I don't think I ever stepped foot into that state.
Okay, while he was driving, he got pulled over. And he didn't have insurance or a valid driver's license. And it turned out he also had an outstanding warrant for his arrest for missing court. So he got arrested. But the good news is the people he was bringing food to still got their lunch.
Oh, wow.
You know how?
How?
The police stepped in and delivered the lunch to the people that he was going to.
Some nice police over there in Arkansas.
Yep. Jonesboro police posted body cam footage of the officer showing up at the door, and they were kind of freaked out at first, the people that were getting the food. Like, why are you here? Like, what did we do wrong? But then he asked if a woman named Sherry was there, handed Sherry her food, and told them that the DoorDash driver had been arrested.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yep.
Nice story there.
That
Very
really
nice
is. Yep.
Very nice story. Now, we may have found the greatest obituary in the world, Bonnie. The greatest one of all time.
Does it say something very nice about the person? Like they usually, obituaries will say something nice.
It's simple and it's to the point and a masterful display of word verbiage economy. The obituary also shows that 85-year-old Douglas Legler of Fargo, North Dakota, clearly had a brilliant sense of humor. While some want a rambling, loving tribute, complete with a mini bio and a list of their accomplishments for their dearly departed, Mr. Legler wanted something far less complex. So on the Forum of Fargo Moorhead's obituary page, there was a picture of a smiling Doug and just 2 words beneath it. Doug died.
Oh, that's it?
That was it. That was his obituary.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
And that's what Doug had wanted?
That's what he wanted. Doug died.
Wow.
That was it.
He didn't want a little story maybe about his life or
nope.
Mentioning a wife and kids
nope.
and family and
nothing.
Family deceased before him?
He wanted nothing. 2 words. Doug died.
Wow. That's pretty unique.
Doug died.
Oh.
You ever read those obituaries in the paper? You ever, as you're reading the paper every now and then, you see the obituary section and you see the obituaries that take up like half a page sometimes.
Some do, yeah.
Right? They're so long.
Some go into a big, long whole life story.
Good old Douglas Legler of Fargo, North Dakota. 2 words. Doug died.
Do we have a snapshot of him too? I want to see this guy. I mean, I'm picturing. Do they show a picture with the obituary?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's his picture, and underneath his picture, it just says Doug died.
Where can we go to see that? Now I want to see this
all right,
guy.
Hold on, let me do a search real quick.
Bet I'm picturing this guy to have glasses, have short hair, have a very cocky look on his face, like a very just that grin on his face. That's how I would be.
Oh my gosh,
that's how I would be.
It was so cool.
Picturing Doug.
Okay, let's see here. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see here. Wendell. Let's see here. I'm looking at the obituaries. I'm looking for Doug's. Here's a couple of pages here. I wonder if it'll let you search. Oh man, I wish I could find it because I really do want to see it.
What site is that? Do you have the site that
it's the? I just googled the.
You know what I googled? I googled Doug died.
Did you really?
I think it came up with the wrong Doug for me.
You could do Doug died and then put the town.
Oh yeah.
Let me try this. All right, hold on 1 second here. Let's see what we get here. Obit page.
Where was that? Hot Springs, Arkansas, or somewhere?
Okay, let's see here. Oh, here it is. Wait, is it going to show up? Yeah, there it is, right there. Look,
his picture.
There it is. Look, Doug died. There it is.
You know what?
Right.
Now he looks like a nice fella.
Right.
That's not how I pictured him.
Not snide at all.
He just looks like a nice older fella with a great, sharp sense of humor. I love it.
Doug died. That was it. 2 words. 2 words. That's great.
And that's going out in a very humble way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just wanted people just to know.
Report the story.
Straight
up.
Right to the point.
Don't give my life history.
Just Doug died.
Tell people that I'm dead.
That's it. Doug died. That's it. Case in point. Yeah. No year of birth. No year of death. No birth date. No death date. Just Doug died.
Straight into the point.
Right to the point.
And why not?
I like that. A bandit tried to hold up a Jacksonville, Florida supermarket recently, wearing a paper bag over his head with the eye holes cut out so that he could see. But when he moved, the bag shifted and he couldn't see. So while he adjusted the bag, it tore, exposing his face.
Wow.
When a checker recognized as one of the store's regular customers.
Oh, I thought you were going to say an employee, but okay, a customer.
He was a regular customer.
Wow.
Under the bag. He was under the hood.
She didn't notice his body frame.
Nope.
She had to wait to see that familiar face. Okay.
Yep. Under the hood, it was the same engine she's used to seeing.
Wow.
Yes. Boy, that's stupidity at its worst right there. at least go rob a store that you don't go to all the time, for gosh sake.
Or just don't even think of robbing a
Yeah.
store. Go and get a job.
Let's go to Colorado, where police say a Colorado man was curious to see what being shot felt like. The guy wanted to see what it was like to be shot. So they say that 30-year-old Adam Hurdle shot himself in the hand while inside his garage using a .22 caliber handgun.
I hope he was smart enough to have a physician on hand first.
Well, he said the reason he chose his hand is because on the box it said handgun, so he shot himself in the hand because the box said handgun.
Must be a gun for shooting your hands. Wow.
Handgun.
And I wonder what the outcome of that silliness all was.
Doesn't say. It didn't say. But now common sense. All right, little common sense here, folks. If a box says handgun, don't shoot yourself in the hand. Just simply don't. It's not worth it.
Probably another fella that doesn't even have a job because now he's not even going to have a hand to work with.
Yeah, he'll be. Hand, it says handgun on the box. So I guess he's going to shoot himself in the hand because it said handgun on the box.
Hands down, that was stupid, Evan.
Yes,
very
hands
stupid
down,
news.
Hands down, that was stupid. There's your stupid news for a Friday, July the 16th, 2021, without a doubt. And we go from the stupid stuff to the more serious stuff. It's news time. Once again, 7:43 is your news time. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin for the best deals in town on any type of precious metals. It's always St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie has the headlines.
Thanks, Evan. Health officials along the Treasure Coast are warning residents of a new COVID mutation. WPTV's Derek Lowe has more.
New words of warning for residents on the Treasure Coast. With COVID-19 cases picking up, so too the concern with the Delta variant.
I think people should be concerned. We're at the beginning of this Delta wave where it's really overtaking the United States. We've seen it in India. We saw it in Europe.
St. Lucie County health leaders say the number of COVID cases are starting to spike.
Over the past couple months, we've been averaging between 25 and 30 cases a day. Since the beginning of July, we have seen that number increase and probably double.
The main concern, the new Delta variant, which health leaders say is more infectious.
It is here, but the take-home message would still be get vaccinated if you've not been vaccinated.
Currently, St. Lucie County has a vaccination rate of 56% compared to 59% in Martin County and 65% in Indian River.
Our goal is to get at least to 70, 80%. So we have ways to go.
Hospitalizations are also on the rise. Dr. Mark Paymer says the new Delta strain now accounts for 57% of the nation's new cases, compared to just 6% 1 month ago.
The increase in mortality will trail behind by 2 or 3 weeks. Once people are in the hospital, some people die immediately from the virus, but in those that end up in the ICU, it's many times, unfortunately, a one-way trip.
In Port St. Lucie, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Proposed changes to Florida's turnpike could double its number of lanes, add 2 interchanges, and modify 3 more in St. Lucie County, and modify 1 existing interchange in Martin County. In all, it's a $1.6 billion upgrade of the highway. The work would expand the 4-lane turnpike to 8 lanes, with 2 added in each direction for about 37 miles from Jupiter to Fort Pierce. The Florida Department of Transportation will hold a public hearing on the project at 6 p.m. July 22nd at the Port St. Lucie and Stewart campuses of Indian River State College, FDOT said. Is Florida ready for another gaming expansion? WPTV's Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders has more.
I'm Forrest Saunders at the Capitol. Is Florida ready for another expansion of gaming? Federal officials are still mulling that recent gaming compact with the Seminole tribe. But in the meantime, companies are pouring millions of dollars into the state to sway voters in the next election.
Recent polling has shown mixed results on expanding gaming in the state.
Everything in life, you have pros and cons.
Angela Brennan, an example of why. She's split between moral convictions and economic benefits.
You know, my Christian views, okay, but then it can help out the economy, so a mix.
The gaming industry is using its deep pockets to change her mind. Millions showing up in political action committees ahead of 2022. Las Vegas Sands eyeing ballot amendments to bring casinos to North Florida. FanDuel and DraftKings wanting mobile sports betting without Seminole Tribe control. And Magic City casino owners starting a pact likely to protect parimutuels.
Florida, it's going to be a battle for the soul of the state.
Daniel Wallach is a gaming expert and attorney in Florida. He estimates spending will exceed $250 million. Wallach says companies saw this year's major gaming compact with the Seminole Tribe
Show the bill passes
as a serious threat. The tribe's exclusive rights on sports betting and options to grow have competitors, he says, against the wall.
The compact really became, in my view, a call to arms for all the other competitors and gaming companies to move forward with their own ballot initiatives or their own competing measures to level the playing field.
The Seminole Tribe also shoring up its own defenses, members investing $10 million PAC dollars to protect the still pending compact.
Life is a gamble.
And Angela is now in the crosshairs. She's mulling options as corporations prepare to gamble on people like her to secure the future of gaming in Florida.
The Seminole Tribe tells us federal regulators officially received their compact on June 21st. They have 9 weeks from that date to get final approval, and there are some provisions that are being challenged in court. That's the latest out here at the Capitol. I'm Forrest Saunders reporting.
In Martin County, the local Habitat for Humanity chapter is dedicating its 150th affordable house built in the nonprofit's 25-year tenure Saturday morning. The newest home will join the Carter Park community in Indiantown, the county's first affordable housing neighborhood with 40 Habitat houses. Almost half of the organization's now 150 residences in town, records show, but can also be found in East Stewart, Jensen Beach, Golden Gate, Hobe Sound, and Port Salerno. Nearly 150 unperforming schools in Florida are getting federal help. $44 million is being distributed to the schools under the Unified Improvement Grant. Principals and teachers with high ratings and performance might be eligible for bonuses. And lastly, did Richard Branson on his space plan last weekend? NASA has said 50 miles up is enough, and he went slightly higher than that, but it's generally agreed that space starts around 62 miles up. So there's a debate. Meanwhile, Jeff Bezos' rocket will hit that 62-mile mark next Tuesday if everything goes to plan, and now the oldest and youngest people to ever go to space will be on board. 82-year-old Wally Funk was announced as a passenger last week. And now an anonymous billionaire who was supposed to go backed out due to a scheduling conflict. So some other rich dude's 18-year-old son is going to be able to go instead. A judge ordered free agent cornerback Richard Sherman be released from jail without bail Thursday following his arrest on suspicion of trying to break into his in-laws' home northeast of Seattle. King County District Court Judge Famoy Masane found probable cause that Sherman committed 4 offenses, a misdemeanor and gross misdemeanor charges of criminal trespass in the 2nd degree, malicious mischief in the 3rd degree, both carrying domestic violence designations, and misdemeanor charges of resisting arrest and driving under influence. News time is 7:51. We'll have weather and traffic together coming up.
7:52 right now on the Get Up and Go show. It's the Friday morning edition with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie?
It's a nice Friday morning commute right here out on the roads. We're not finding any accidents on US 1. Major highways up to speed right now, north and southbound. And if you see something, say something, let us know at 220-9788, 220-WSTU. 78 right now in Port St. Lucie, and it's 58. Nice and cool up in Superior, Wisconsin. Here's more on our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Friday to you. Beautiful day out there today with partly sunny skies. A few passing showers possible, but for the most part, rain chances stay low, and those showers will be brief. High temperatures into the upper 80s. Tonight, partly cloudy. A few passing coastal showers later, even a thunderstorm late. Lows into the upper 70s. Increasing rain chances Saturday, decreasing them on Sunday. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist James Wheeland on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show. Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
7:57 right now in the Get Up and Go Show. And Bonnie, coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to be talking about water. Clean water. Getting clean water.
A solution to pollution is what they're calling it.
Yes.
And several dozens, maybe hundreds of volunteers heading out starting tomorrow to clean up our waterways. Clean the debris, that crud that gets, things that are tossed away on our waterfronts and our beautiful oceans. And April Price, coordinator of this event, is going to be in. And we really like talking to her about this important event each and every year.
And it really is important. It really is, because people don't realize that how dirty the waterways really are and how polluted they are. And it's very vital that we keep the waterways clean because of our sea life that is out there, the fish, the manatees, and things like that.
Yeah. And I'm sure the manatees and the turtles and the sea creatures are so much happier when we do it. We have to protect things that are vital too, like our coral reef. And we're going to be so happy to talk to April about more of it.
Looking forward to her coming in studio here. She'll be here right after 8 o'clock this morning on WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next. And then hour number 3 for you and me on the Get Up and Go Show.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. It is Friday, July the 16th, 2021.
I have a question for you.
All right, what is your question?
How much have you had to drink today?
I can't reveal that.
You've been up all night drinking?
No, I haven't been up all night drinking, Dr. Phil. Okay, I don't do those kind of things. How dare you ask that? 8:08 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. Mr. Clock, would you certify that?
It's now 8:08 a.m.
That's right, 8:08 a.m. We are about as sober as can be, as white as the paint on the wall in the studio. And we welcome in the one and only lovely and talented April Price, who heads up the water cleanup that's going on. April, good morning.
Good morning, Evan. I got both beautiful and intelligent. Did you tell me, or what was it you called me?
Lovely and talented.
Lovely and talented.
Lovely and talented.
Okay, I'll own that today. Cool, thanks.
There you go.
Has nothing to do with that sexy dress. We know that you're smart, and you haven't been up drinking all night. You've been up thinking all night about this waterway cleanup.
I got some sleep last night. I actually went to bed before midnight. So
I bet you did.
You can tell you're always wide awake, full of energy.
Man, there's a big event coming up starting on July the 24th from 8 in the morning till 12:30 in the afternoon. It's like 8 days away.
That's for our live event for our waterway cleanup. We're going to open our sites again this year, but our virtual self-reporting part of the event actually kicks off tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Wow,
yeah.
that's exciting.
Yeah. Are people going to actually get out there physically and start cleaning up the waterways tomorrow?
I believe they will. We have a lot of people that have registered for the virtual. We have a lot of people that are registering for the day of, and a whole bunch of people that are registering to do both. So,
you know, I don't mean to jump on a gun early, but we've been kind of like pumping this up right before you came.
Okay.
And I know there are a lot of Treasure Coast residents that are really concerned about our waterways.
Mm-hmm.
For those listening out there, and I'm jumping the gun a little bit, first tell us how they can get in if they want to get started tomorrow morning.
Oh, no, this is the most important part. You're not jumping the gun on anything. All I have to do is go to our website, which is TC for Treasure Coast, TCWaterwayCleanup.com, register, tell us how you're going to clean up. It's all on the registration form. It's pretty easy, a set of questions. There's sites listed for every area in the 3-county area region. You pick your site or how you're going to clean up and register. And if you're doing the self-reporting, you just go out there, you use your own supplies. And at the end of the day or at the end of the week, you report your data. You can turn in a data submission every day. You can turn it all in at one time. That's the self-reporting part. You're taking on the responsibility and giving us the information. You can upload pictures of what you've done.
Very fine. Very divine.
We love your pictures because we use them on our website. If you look through some of our photos and our videos, those are all pictures that were sent into us, not pictures that I physically went out to take.
See you and your progress firsthand on the website. And you know what's really great about this? You mentioned 3 counties that's happening in.
Yes.
So if you think, oh, what am I going to go all across town? Am I going to go up to Fort Pierce and do it? You can do it if you live right in Fort Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it right in Stuart. Where's your favorite waterway to go clean up?
You can do your favorite waterway. You can clean up your neighborhood because everything washes down to the water.
Right.
So if you notice an area that has been bothering you because every time you turn that corner and you see that trash, this is the perfect time to pick it up. Take some credit for it.
Yeah.
You know, because we want our volunteers to take credit for what they do. This isn't about us promoting us. It's about us promoting them because everybody doing a little bit and a little bit of personal responsibility is what gets the job done and makes us the great community that we are.
You know, I love this Treasure Coast Waterway Cleanup data collection card that I just happened to pull up right now. This is great. Like you said, you can go out and just you can just do it on your own time. You just put the county you go, the cleanup site. And as you tick through here, it gives you boxes to check off of things that you've cleaned up, literally from appliances to fishing poles to coolers to diapers to 6-pack holders and
think of all the debris that they find.
All the crap that they find.
Broken tents, broken barbecue grills, broken chairs, homemade toilets,
cigarette
butts,
homemade toilets. Oh my gosh!
I saw a toilet for sale when I was traveling home yesterday. Right out of no, it wasn't. You could take it for free.
Oh.
So there you go. You can
you
go and take a broken toilet for free right off the Ocean Way.
Registration is so easy, folks. It's all on the website. You go to the website, you have the volunteer registration form and ask for your name, your first, last name. You can name your team, your email address, your phone number.
You can add Evan up to 100 people on your single registration form for a team if you have a large group.
That's amazing.
But if you have a large group and you can't, it's like herding cats, getting all that group together.
Right.
They can register on their own, give your team a name, and just tell everybody put the team name that you designate in the team name, and we'll group them all together for you. We'll be able to tell you at the end of the day how many people in your group went out.
That's amazing.
And with just a little bit of effort, tell us like how much progress has actually been made since this waterway cleanup started.
When we started in 2008, the first 3 to 4 years, we were averaging well over 10 tons of trash.
Oh my gosh.
In the last third, we have lowered that to about 5.5 tons of trash. And that's with double the amount of people. So you got to remember those first couple of years, we were only averaging about 500 to 700 people. Now we're averaging well over 1,000, with the exception of last year that we don't really, wasn't a true year for anybody. But, and we're finding half the trash. So we feel like we're making a lot of progress because people that go out one time and clean, that's their habit from that point on. You know,
and it's a good habit,
and it's a great habit.
And
if you look at our volunteers, you know, they're from toddlers to well into their 90s. So, and trust me, the young people have a true advantage. They're so much closer to the ground than we are. So
you mentioned young people
you
too.
know, it's easier for them to bend over.
You know, with the young people too, and it's a great way to, like, if you have been in any kind of trouble and have to take up that community service.
Oh, that's a great point, Bonnie. Excellent.
Yeah, thanks.
Or if you are going for scholarships, because these kids in high school all have to have community service hours. They can go out every day and log hours. I had a lot of students last year that went out. We had at least 6 that went out every day, and probably over a dozen that went out multiple days, and just racked up a whole bunch of their community service hours that they needed. And they got to do it going out boating and to the beach and cleaning up.
And it's rewarding at the end of the day. They get home and there's some kind of reward about it that they helped clean up our
you did
area.
Something good. Yes. It's self-gratifying.
Now, people can also become a sponsor as well, correct?
Absolutely. We've already
Tell us about that.
Our sponsorships range from $100 up to a couple $1,000s. We already have closed off our print stuff, but we're still getting sponsorships in, and we will still, if somebody wants to make a donation, you know, they want to become a Blue Crab sponsor or any level, we'll get them up on the website. We'll advertise them on our Facebook page, and it's all appreciated, and they'll get the sponsor perks. So we will continue to take sponsorship dollars in, and we'll probably take some in after the event like we did last year.
Now, what is the cost? What are the levels of sponsorship and the cost if a business listening to the program this morning wants to become a sponsor and get involved?
On the low end, it's $100.
Okay.
On the upper end, think our top level is $1,500.
Okay.
So there's levels right in between, $250, $500, $1,000.
Okay.
So actually, I think 2,500 is our top.
Okay.
Since 2008, you have engaged more than 11,240 volunteers, more than 3,085 boats to remove more than 91.5 tons of trash from the waters of the Treasure Coast.
And that's all logged from our data cards.
That's outstanding. That is. That's outstanding.
I
That's a
know.
lot of garbage.
Just think how unclean we would be if this didn't all evolve.
Yeah.
In the garbage accumulating. I mean, you guys just really have made some progress.
Yeah, you know, a couple of years ago, we were able to, I think when the number was around 70 tons or 80 tons, I think we equated that to something like 12 buses, you know, and
wow.
So I've got to do that conversion again. I'll have it for you next year. For year 15, I'll have some fun numbers for you.
April, you brought some beautiful shirts into the studio this morning. Let's talk a little bit about these gorgeous shirts that Bonnie's actually holding one up so the people that are watching on Facebook can actually see. How do people get their hands on these shirts? Can these be purchased, or are these just for the people that sign up? Tell us a little bit about these shirts. There's 2 different ones that you brought.
Okay, well, the first ones were from the event I promoted last month.
Okay.
But so this is our waterway cleanup shirt.
Okay.
All you have to do is
Bonnie
volunteer.
modeling over there
Yes,
for us.
nice, Bonnie. It looks great. It's you. It's you. I was thinking of you when we ordered them.
I love it.
All you have to do is register or be a sponsor. It's that simple. You register and you go out you clean up for 15 minutes, and that's all you can handle in the heat.
Wow.
You earned a shirt.
Who designed the artwork on that? That's gorgeous.
They come from, I work with iMarketing,
Okay.
and they come from
Yeah, I like it. Really like it a lot.
Ocean Blue Graphics.
Very cool.
Has a graphic artist that does that.
Okay.
The turtles and the dolphins, they look like they're just swimming and having so much fun too.
Wow.
They're just like animated little.
They're happy.
dolphins.
They're happy. We're cleaning. They're cleaning up. They don't.
That's amazing.
It is.
That's really amazing.
They like their backyard clean too.
Yeah, this is from the one that Bonnie's holding up. This is the current one
This
for
is this
what's
year's.
going on right now.
Yes, sir.
And then the other one that's here is
That was the Livefish Roundup.
that was the
from last
live
month.
fish roundup. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool.
Yeah. So
Very cool.
last year our turtle was, I believe, riding a surfboard, and he had on a face mask.
Yeah.
So dump the face mask for this year. However, if you think you need to wear one, I think if you haven't been vaccinated, we do urge people to still wear the face mask. That variant is out there.
Right.
And we do encourage it. And if they're nervous because there's too many people at the site, we will have those at our site with our cleanup supplies.
We want to
Very
alert
cool.
you to wear some sunscreen, darling, if you're going to go out
Yeah.
in that little bitty dress. I don't want you to get all sunburnt and everything.
This is
We
my
don't-
interview. This is my interview clothes.
That's
today.
her interview. That's her radio dress. She wore the radio,
The radio
dress
dress,
today.
yes.
Yes. The radio
No,
dress.
We recommend sunblock, hats, closed-toed shoes, and for the cleanup. You're not in a lot of these places. You get into some yucky stuff sometimes. So dress for the yucky stuff and wear the bathing suit underneath. You can jump in the water afterwards.
One thing I like about stepping foot in the ocean here is okay, so I'd rather be up in a freshwater lake sometime because no alligators, like up where I'm from in Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, I guess not here.
But then when I get it here and I step into the ocean, and usually if it's something mucky or something, I know no leeches, right? I don't
No.
think we have any blood-sucking leeches.
I haven't encountered blood-sucking leeches. However, you do have to know how to do the stingray shuffle.
The who?
Oh yeah.
What's a stingray shuffle?
That's where, instead of just walking, because the stingrays bury themselves in the mud and the
Oh,
sand,
okay,
there
I
you
gotcha, I
shuffle your
gotcha.
feet so you can kind of kick them up. They'll swim away.
Oh, good
instead
gosh,
of
that could
stepping
be
on
even
them.
worse because they could sting you, right?
Absolutely.
I have not thought of that. And jellyfish too.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it's just a matter of being aware of your surroundings.
That's
But
all.
everybody
That's
needs to
all
know
it
how
is.
to do the stingray shuffle. And if you
Okay.
don't know how to do it, Google it.
All right, very
I'm
good.
sure it's on YouTube.
All right, the website to go to is
TC.
tcwaterwaycleanup.com. Go ahead and give out all the information if you would, April.
tcwaterwaycleanup.com. On our flyer, you'll have my daughter's number, Valerie, which is 772-486-6460. And if you see my number, 772-285-1646, either of us can take care of you and answer your questions.
Folks, get out there and help clean up the water. Our waterways need to be clean because there's basically, I'll just say it very bluntly and very straightforward, there's a lot of crap in the waterway, and we need to get rid of it. And this is a great way that you can donate some time and help out for a good cause.
Great cause. That's
April,
right, Evan.
we can't thank you enough for coming in this morning and getting the word out to our listeners and things like that.
And thank you for being a wonderful sponsor year after year to this event. So
It's our
thank you.
pleasure. It's our pleasure. It's time for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold opening up at $1,818.70 an ounce. Silver opening up at $26.07 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report, and it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. 8:22 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news, all brought to you by Florida Blue, your local Blue Cross Blue Shield, helping families take control of their health for more than 75 years. Here's Bonnie at the news desk with the headlines.
Thank you, Evan. Governor Ron DeSantis is calling on the Biden administration to take action now regarding the situation in Cuba. DeSantis says Cubans especially need to get their internet service back up and running.
The one thing that communist regimes fear the most is the truth. And if we're able to help Cubans communicate with one another, also communicate to the outside world, that truth is going to matter.
DeSantis supports protesters, but reminds everyone to stay off the interstates, saying it's not only disruptive, it's downright dangerous. A father and son with connections to Orlando area law enforcement agencies are under arrest in connection with the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol.
Officer Kevin Tuck has been with the Windermere Police Department since 2019, and before that worked for 6 years with the Longwood Police Department. Tuck's son, Nathaniel, is a former officer with the Apopka Police Department who resigned last year. The senior Tuck resigned from the Windermere Police Department Thursday morning. The two men then went before a judge in Orlando and were released on bond. Larry Spillman, Orlando.
Health officials along the Treasure Coast are warning residents of a new COVID mutation. WPTV's Derek Lowe has more.
New words of warning for residents on the Treasure Coast. With COVID-19 cases picking up, so too the concern with the Delta variant.
I think people should be concerned. We're at the beginning of this Delta wave where it's really overtaking the United States. We've seen it in India. We saw it in Europe.
St. Lucie County health leaders say the number of COVID cases are starting to spike.
Over the past couple months, we've been averaging between 25 and 30 cases a day. Since the beginning of July, we have seen that number increase and probably doubled.
The main concern, the new Delta variant, which health leaders say is more infectious.
It is here, but the take-home message would still be get vaccinated if you've not been vaccinated.
Currently, St. Lucie County has a vaccination rate of 56% compared to 59% in Martin County and 65% in Indian River.
Our goal is to get at least to 70, 80%. So we have ways to go.
Hospitalizations are also on the rise. Dr. Mark Paymer says the new Delta strain now accounts for 57% of the nation's new cases, compared to just 6% 1 month ago.
The increase in mortality will trail behind by 2 or 3 weeks. Once people are in the hospital, some people die immediately from the virus, but in those that end up in the ICU, it's many times, unfortunately, a one-way trip.
In Port St. Lucie, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
A teenager is among the latest victims of the South Florida condo collapse to be identified. Miami-Dade police say 14-year-old Valeria Barth Gomez of Columbia was on vacation with her parents when the collapse occurred, and all three were killed. Proposed changes to Florida's turnpike could double its number of lanes, add 2 interchanges, and modify 3 more in St. Lucie County, and modify 1 existing interchange in Martin County. In all, it's a $1.6 billion upgrade of the highway. The work would expand the 4-lane turnpike to 8 lanes, with 2 added in each direction. For about 37 miles, this would be from Jupiter to Fort Pierce. The Florida Department of Transportation will hold a public hearing on the project at 6 p.m. on July 22nd at the Port St. Lucie and Stewart campuses of Indian River State College, according to FDOT. Lastly, the spice company McCormick needs part-time help with one of their products. You would be working with their taco seasoning. You'll need to work up to 20 hours per week from September through December, and you can do it remotely most of the time, but part of the job does involve some travel to their headquarters in Maryland and other taco locations in the U.S., and the job itself involves keeping tabs on taco trends, developing content for social media, the tasting and consulting on taco recipes, chatting with taco chefs across the country, and providing other taco-related services. And the best part is the job will pay you $100,000. If you want to find out more application details, go to McCormick.com. The Tampa Bay Rays All-Stars and manager Kevin Cash will undergo rapid COVID-19 testing. This comes after several New York Yankees players tested positive for the virus, including All-Star Aaron Judge. News time is 8:27. We'll have traffic and weather together next.
$8:28 right now on the Get Up and Go show. It's the Friday edition with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together.
Evan, we're not seeing any accidents here on this Friday morning. Traffic looking good. If you're getting there by 9, you have to get there by 9. You should arrive on time. We're not finding any tie-ups, major highways, and US 1 clear. And there's your latest look at traffic. 78 right now in Port St. Lucie, and in Merida, Mexico this morning it's 75. Here's our weekend weather at WPTV.
Happy Friday to you. Beautiful day out there today with partly sunny skies. A few passing showers possible, but for the most part, rain chances stay low, and those showers will be brief. High temperatures into the upper 80s. Tonight, partly cloudy. A few passing coastal showers later, even a thunderstorm late. Lows into the upper 70s. Increasing rain chances Saturday, decreasing them on Sunday. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist James Wieland on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
8:31 right now on the Get Up and Go show. It's the Friday edition, and without further ado, here is the Friday edition of the Space Report with Randy Siegel. Good afternoon, Randy.
Good morning to you. For you, it's probably afternoon.
Yeah.
Well, we had a whole bunch of launches that took place on this date in history and over the weekend. In 1966, we had the Gemini 10 space mission. That was flown by John Young and Michael Collins in the Gemini spacecraft, where they rendezvoused with an Agena target vehicle, docked with it, and it boosted them into a higher orbit. This was America practicing the ability to fly to the moon with rendezvous and docking. And then the Apollo 11, the mission that landed Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong on the moon and Mike Collins remaining in the command module, was launched from the Kennedy Space Center on the Saturn V rocket. It was an amazing launch that took place. The final flight of the HL-10 lifting body took place on this date in history. In 1975, we had the launch that took place from Russia and from the United States in the Apollo-Soyuz test mission. In this particular mission, the Russians launched first, and then the Apollo was launched, and they rendezvoused in space for the first time. Docking took place on the 17th. Alexei Leonov and Valery Kubasov from Russia, Tom Brand, and Deke Slayton, one of the original Mercury 7 astronauts, flew on that mission. India became the 7th nation to orbit a satellite. And then in 1984, Igor Volk, Svetlana Savitskaya, and Vladimir Desbarev were launched into space. Volk was supposed to fly the Russian Buran space shuttle, which never actually happened. And Svetlana became the first woman to ever perform a spacewalk. We orbited Vista on this date in history. Vista was a rogue planet, if you will, or Planet X. And it was a celestial body that was orbited for a long time by this spacecraft. So a lot did happen. And we had on the International Space Station the astronauts doing quite a bit of work, to say the least. The coldest temperatures in the universe can be found inside the U.S. Destiny module. The Cold Atom Lab. That's where freezing temperatures way below what you would expect anywhere else are on. And the reason for that, during the experiments that they're doing, they're checking on researchers' fundamental and quantum physics at extremely low temperatures. So they're able to do this work on the station. Akihiro Hoshide did one of the space manufacturing experiments and other exploring adaptations in space. Shane Kimbrough, Mark Vanderhee, and Thomas Pasqua worked on the carbon dioxide removal assembly, because if they don't get that working properly and keeping it working properly, they'll have too much carbon dioxide on the spaceship, the International Space Station, and they won't be able to breathe. But so far, everything is going quite well. The 4 SpaceX Crew 2 astronauts on the station will relocate their Crew Dragon Endeavour Wednesday, the 21st. The relocation will free up Harmony's forward port for docking of the Boeing's CST-100 Starliner spacecraft, which is scheduled for launch on Friday, the 30th. Also, Russians Oleg Novitsky and Peter Dubrov continue doing a lot of work, including working on spacesuits. One of the spacesuits aboard the International Space Station that was not working properly, they've dismantled, and they'll be sending some of that back with the crewed Dragon spacecraft. The others that are working are being kept on board the station just in case they need to be used. So you have 2 Orlan suits that are in operation and 2 more backup suits. We also note that Jeff Bezos is ready to fly into space with his brother Mark. That flight will take place on the 20th. But we now know who is going up with him. Going up with him will be Wally Funk, who will become the oldest person to fly in space at the age of 82. And the youngest person, age 18, will also fly. That's Oliver Demings. He will be taking the place of an anonymous $28 million bidder in the auction that they conducted last month. He's the son of Joseph Deming, the CEO of Dutch private equities firm Somerset Capital Partners, who paid for the seat but chose to give it to Oliver. And the reason, he said, was due to scheduling conflicts. Boy, I wish somebody would do that for me. The New Shepard will fly to an altitude of 64.39 miles. So you're going to have 4 new astronauts flying on the New Shepard vehicle that has especially installed larger windows so that they can see way out in there. Blue Origins is also donating quite a bit of money to nonprofit organizations. They're going to be donating about $19 million to about 19 different companies that work with space and work to educate the public on what's going on up there. He's also donating money to go to the Air and Space Museum in Washington, the Smithsonian, as well as the U.S. Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama. He wants to show people that space is important and that space is the right thing to do. A static firing that was scheduled to take place at Boca Chica, Texas, for Starship has been put off. They were having problems getting it loaded with the right fuel, and the decision was made that they will stand down over the weekend and try again on Monday. Backup days would be Tuesday and Wednesday because they want to have a static firing taking place showing that this rocket can actually fly. Following the static firing, and probably right on the heels of it, we'll probably see a suborbital flight of that vehicle to show its proof of concept. SpaceX has also introduced a new drone ship in the Atlantic Ocean named a Shortfall of Gravitas. This is a large drone ship that is not towed, it goes under its own power. And they will use it for landing their different vehicles on board that ship. They will not just have a drone ship that they will pull out and around with a carrier ship, but this has its own power and is able to maneuver. So you're going to see the others, of course, I Still Love You, being moved to California, where it's at now, and the other one, just read the instructions, remains at the Cape. So there will now be launches taking place from Vandenberg Air Force Base that will land on the drone ships or back on the base itself. A wider range for SpaceX, to say the least. Lastly, we want to tell you that the Chinese Zargon rover on Mars has found its own parachute and photographed it. Very interesting experiment. On Monday, we'll tell you everything else that's gone on above us and around us and about proposed construction of private space stations. So until then, have a great day, everybody.
That's Randy Siegel with the Space Report. He's on the program each and every weekday with the latest and greatest all things pertaining to NASA. Time to head on over to Ellie's Downtown Deli, where Bonnie's standing by with some delectable treats this morning.
You know, unique treats like eggplant. So if you're into eggplant like I am, you can order the Tuscan eggplant melt. It comes on a toasted multi-grain bread with garlic roasted eggplant. Oh, wow. Tomatoes, some sauteed onions, roasted red pepper, spinach, and mozzarella cheese. All of the ingredients to make this Tuscan eggplant melt taste terrific. Or you can try Mrs. Peter's fish dip for an appetizer, served with jalapeno, tomato, red onion, and Captain wafers with a glass of wine or beer on the patio. And for dessert, try some peanut butter pie, or maybe take home for the kids the loaded Rocky Road brownies. Sure to love them. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart now with their patio back open, plus at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. Located at 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stewart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart.
8:43, the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news. All brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals in town on any type of jewelry, it's always St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie's got the headlines.
Good morning once again. Health officials along the Treasure Coast are warning residents of a new COVID mutation. WPTV's Derek Lowe has more.
New words of warning for residents on the Treasure Coast. With COVID-19 cases picking up, so too the concern with the Delta variant.
I think people should be concerned. We're at the beginning of this Delta wave where it's really overtaking the United States. We've seen it in India. We saw it in Europe.
St. Lucie County health leaders say the number of COVID cases are starting to spike.
Over the past couple months, we've been averaging between 25 and 30 cases a day. Since the beginning of July, we have seen that number increase and probably doubled.
The main concern, the new Delta variant, which health leaders say is more infectious.
It is here, but the take-home message would still be get vaccinated if you've not been vaccinated.
Currently, St. Lucie County has a vaccination rate of 56% compared to 59% in Martin County and 65% in Indian River.
Our goal is to get at least to 70, 80%. So we have ways to go.
Hospitalizations are also on the rise. Dr. Mark Paymer says the new Delta strain now accounts for 57% of the nation's new cases, compared to just 6% 1 month ago.
The increase in mortality will trail behind by 2 or 3 weeks. Once people are in the hospital, some people die immediately from the virus, but in those that end up in the ICU, it's many times, unfortunately, a one-way trip.
In Port St. Lucie, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Is Florida ready for another gaming expansion? WPTV's Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders has more.
I'm Forrest Saunders at the Capitol. Is Florida ready for another expansion of gaming? Federal officials are still mulling that recent gaming compact with the Seminole Tribe. But in the meantime, companies are pouring millions of dollars into the state to sway voters in the next election.
Recent polling has shown mixed results on expanding gaming in the state.
Everything in life, you have pros and cons.
Angela Brennan, an example of why. She's split between moral convictions and economic benefits.
You know, my Christian views, okay, but then it can help out the economy, so a mix.
The gaming industry is using its deep pockets to change her mind. Millions showing up in political action committees ahead of 2022. Las Vegas Sands eyeing ballot amendments to bring casinos to North Florida. FanDuel and DraftKings wanting mobile sports betting without Seminole Tribe control. And Magic City Casino owners starting a pact likely to protect pari-mutuels.
Florida, it's going to be for the soul of the state.
Daniel Wallach is a gaming expert and attorney in Florida. He estimates spending will exceed $250 million. Wallach says companies saw this year's major gaming compact with the Seminole Tribe,
show the bill passes,
as a serious threat. The tribe's exclusive rights on sports betting and options to grow have competitors, he says, against the wall.
The compact really became, in my view, a call to arms for all the other competitors and gaming companies with their own ballot initiatives or their own competing measures.
The Seminole Tribe also shoring up its own defenses, members investing $10 million PAC dollars to protect the still pending compact.
Life is a gamble.
And Angela is now in the crosshairs. She's mulling options as corporations prepare to gamble on people like her to secure the future of gaming in Florida.
The Seminole Tribe tells us federal regulators officially received their compact on June 21st. They have 9 weeks from that date to get final approval, and there are some provisions that are being challenged in court. That's the latest out here at the Capitol. I'm Forrest Saunders reporting.
There are some unlikely artists in St. Lucie County getting in on a growing trend of digital art selling online for big money. These artists are the primal kind. Chimpanzees at Save the Chimps, making art that will raise money to maintain their sanctuary. From living in cages subjected to medical testing and experiments to now living in an open sanctuary, 224 chimps call Save the Chimps their home. 3 chimps have taken a liking to painting. Now their pieces of art are going on sale in a digital format called NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, meaning they're unique and cannot be replaced. For example, Twitter CEO sold his first tweet as an NFT for 7 figures. NFTs can also be digital art, music, memes. The money raised for selling the NFTs will go right back to help them, like paying for their thousands of pounds of food, maintaining their home, and helping them continue to live a life filled with color. Nearly 150 underperforming schools in Florida are getting federal help. $44 million is being distributed to the schools under the Unified Improvement Grant. Principals and teachers with high ratings and performance might be eligible for bonuses. Well, lastly, we have the 14th anniversary of the Treasure Coast Waterway Cleanup. Starts this weekend, starts tomorrow, and goes through Sunday, July 25th. This event is produced by the Marine Industries Association of the Treasure Coast with grant money from the Florida Inland Navigation District. You can register online, pick up trash anywhere you choose during the cleanup. Volunteers receiving an event t-shirt, and it's an excellent way for students to log community service hours. To find out more about the Treasure Coast Waterway Cleanup, log on to tcwaterwaycleanup.com. A judge ordered free agent cornerback Richard Sherman be released from jail without bail Thursday, following his arrest on suspicion of trying to break into his in-laws' home northeast of Seattle. 8:49. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$8:51 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie?
Things are looking good this morning on the Treasure Coast, and if you're heading out to work, you should arrive on time if you have to get there by 9:30. No tie-ups, no accidents, including the major highways right now. Drive safely. There's your latest look at traffic. And we have 79 this morning in Stuart, in Jackson, Wyoming, clear, and 49. Here's our weekend weather at WPTV.
Happy Friday to you. Beautiful day out there today with partly sunny skies. A few passing showers possible, but for the most part, rain chances stay low, and those showers will be brief. High temperatures into the upper 80s. Tonight, partly cloudy. A few passing coastal showers later, even a thunderstorm late. Lows into the upper 70s. Increasing rain chances Saturday, decreasing them on Sunday. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist James Wheeland on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bud.
Time for our weekly visit with a priest and a rabbi to give us a little insight. And, of course, our infamous Yiddish word of the day. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Hold on. Somebody has a microphone. Is this true?
It is true.
Wow.
It's horrible. That microphone came from Quickie Mart. And
I know exactly where it came from. It came from Frank the Tank.
No. This one came from Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank got you a microphone?
He gave me one from like the 1950s that doesn't work.
Now, are you sure that your microphone is working? Because it sounds just like the same as before. I hate to tell you.
The better mic is coming on Wednesday.
Oh, what'd you get?
Oh, I don't know. One of my members bought it on Amazon, but it won't be here till Wednesday.
Okay, that's fine.
It's one better than this.
Okay, that looks like a pointer you'd use when you're teaching class at a chalkboard.
Or it looks like the microphone that they used to use in The Price is Right when you would have that skinny little silver microphone.
Yeah, Bob Barker's microphone.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Better that way.
Good morning, everyone. This is a priest and a rabbi. That's our entrance.
Yeah, I like that. So we'd like to welcome in Father Christian and Rabbi Durbin to the program as always. And before we get into our little message of the morning, Rabbi Durbin, can we get a Yiddish word of the day? And I don't want it to be microphone.
It won't be microphone. So Yiddish word of the day, for those that happened to see us yesterday, I had the very fortunate and wonderful opportunity to do the third part of our Lunch and Learn series at St. Mary's yesterday. And one of the Yiddish words was shmata.
Oh my gosh, I definitely know what a shmata is because people wear shmatas all the time.
Yeah, shmata, rags, garments.
Clothing. Father Christian is wearing
the industry in New York City.
Father Christian is wearing a black shmata today.
I'm wearing my priestly shmata.
Yes. Yes, without a doubt. All right. Well, that's the Yiddish word of the day. And what is on tap for today's program? I see you have a guest with you today, so it's going to be a very interesting show. Tell us a little bit about what's on tap, if you would.
We dug into our banks and we found enough money for us to fly out Dr. Joseph Thompson from Virginia Theological Seminary. VTS, also known by VTS, has been doing a process of reparations because the seminary itself was built by slave labor. And so this is their journey into how do they find redemption and healing, but also just to compensate folks who put in so much labor without being compensated for.
Okay.
So Dr. Joe's going to talk about what does that look like, what has that been like, and how is that being just processed, and how's that being done on a faith-based institution.
Okay, I don't know if you heard though, the Zoom Airways plane is taking off as we speak right now.
Yeah, I think that's Dr. Joe. He just arrived.
Yes, very good, very good. He is arrived and he's going to pick up his luggage and he'll be joining us shortly on the Priest and a Rabbi award-winning, critically acclaimed Priest.
Almost award-winning.
Almost award-winning. Yes,
we didn't.
Yes. It's getting there. It's getting there. You're up for a priestly, as they call it.
Yeah, but we do have a PhD professor from Yale today, so we can't be that big of a loser because he wouldn't be showing up on a loser show.
All right, very good, very good. Glad to hear it. That's Priest and a Rabbi. Make sure and tune in a little bit after 9 a.m. this morning, gentlemen. And I always never use the word loosely with the two of you. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. We love you.
We love you too. That's Priest and a Rabbi. And Bonnie, that's it. The week is done. We're out of here.
I'm going to put on my shmata and listen to a priest and a rabbi while I'm wearing my shmata.
Well, you've got lots of shmatas sitting over there on the table you're taking with you.
Yeah, thanks for April Price 2 this morning from the Treasure Coast Waterway Cleanup. Beautiful artwork again on these T-shirts.
Folks, have a great day. And remember, if you have good values on the inside, you won't look for validation on the outside.
Have a great weekend. Make it safe. We hope to see you on Monday.
Yeah, we'll see you back here in about 69 hours. 72 would make it 9 o'clock on Monday, so we'll say 69.
Okay.
That's why this way it's 6 a.m. on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks, have a great day. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. We'll see you on Monday.